As his transport was flung through the vacuum of space towards Earth, Corman reflected on the opportunity he had been given. While lower life forms survived by consuming organic matter, Corman's species had become enlightened, learning how to subsist through the absorption of intelligence. Though he did not hold a position of prestige within his kin, Corman showed potential, and 10 million years ago, he was given a great honor by the elders, an honor which would aid in the perpetuation and advancement of his species, the chance to create life. He was given a chance to design his very own species, which would be left to grow and flourish on its own world, so that one day he and his kin could return and reap the spoils of millions of years of evolution. And that day had come. Their ship rocketed towards Earth with speed so immense that human perception could only hope to glimpse its blurry outline. The speed at which Corman's excitement grew could match that of the craft. The taste of his efforts after an eternity of waiting would be as sweet as the nectar of a freshly pollinated flower. Not once as 10 epochs passed did a single thought of doubt enter his mind. Not a fleeting thought, anxious moment, or otherwise doubtful deliberation had occurred. And how could it? He was nearly there, nearly ready to take what was his by design. As planet Earth snapped into view, all Corman could do was stare in awe. It was magnificent, the pinnacle of anything they had ever seen before. The humans had constructed metropolises as far as the eye could see, buildings upon buildings, lights upon lights. Surely this would bring him recognition among his peers. Because of him, they were witnesses to such clearly vast intelligence which would fuel their civilization for eons to come. "Bring us down," Corman said to the pilot. The pilot gave him a dubious look. He was not normally allowed in the control cabin, but today was special. "I said bring us down." The pilot complied begrudgingly. They fluttered down into some flat terrain, just outside of a city. "The ramp," Corman said. The pilot began to lower the ramp, annoyed with Corman's impatience and arrogance. But alas, he was in charge today, and thus the pilot was forced to comply. A flat metal plank slowly extended from their craft, then lowered its angle to create a walkway leading into the dry soil, crushing the patchy tufts of grass into the earth as insects fled for better cover. Corman made his way down the ramp. Humans were flocking around, pointing, shouting, and doing other human-like activities. They gathered with green vehicles, green outfits, and with green objects in their arms. What a welcoming entourage, Corman thought. Halfway down the ramp, he began his great speech. A speech he had been planning for a very long time. "Hello, human beings. I am your creator, Corman, the visionary, the acolyte, the master of evolution. 10 million years ago, I developed the creatures that would one day become all of you standing here before me. But you may be asking, why? Well, just as you produce crops to feed yourselves, we too must do the same. I developed you to be the perfect crops for us to feed upon. Your intelligence will provide us with great nourishment that simple organic matter would fail to provide. Now come before your Creator, your Master, your God, and lay down your lives so that he may grow ever stronger." And with that final word, Corman was obliterated in a hailstorm of gunfire. An explosive bolt was launched into the hull of the alien craft, which would trigger a series of cascading explosions through the depths and surfaces of the craft, completely obliterating all within and some without. With Corman's entire existence coming to an end, he had but one thought. Why? Despite being their creator, Corman had underestimated the humans. Had it not been for his hubris, his species may have lived. Alas, he led them to their doom. Their fate had been sealed 10 million years prior, and the clock had simply been ticking down.